So yesterday we discussed about user and user types.
Yes, Sanil, I have a doubt. It is user and impersonality is same.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, we can impersonate for testing any functionality purpose. Okay, we have different users. As a admin, we can see everything on the platform. So if you want to see how the same page for customer. So if I want to see in the customer point of view, I need to impersonate with that user. So without login with his credentials, ServiceNow provide a facility to test or to see the functionality in another authenticated user perspective. Sharing my screen. So yesterday we created one user. Right? So here, yeah, we created yesterday one user. So this is the user password. Okay. So username is where we need to go to see user details. We need to go user administration. So in the user administration, we can see list of the users. Okay. For on my instance, I want to see the list of the users. I need to go user administration module. So here I want to know specific users. Okay. I need to click the users module. So we can see the list of the users on my platform. We can see 1218. Yesterday we created one user Mithun Yadav. Okay. So how we know like this record is created yesterday or 5 days back or this is updated today? How we know means there is a one field created or updated field. These things we'll discuss in the list concept. Okay. So we need to sort out based on the descending order latest record is appeared on the first level. Okay. So Mithun Yadav is the user ID. Okay. So and so this is password. So you want to log into my instance. Okay. What I need to give? I need to provide my environment link. Okay. If I shade this link, okay, to the user, then user can able to log in with this is user ID and so already we set that option. Password needs to reset the first time. When he log in with his credentials, he can reset his password. So this option we enable. If we are not enabled, he cannot do that one. Okay, directly he can log in. So here, so here, so if I provide this URL and user ID and password, the user can log in. So I can share these details. Okay, guys, can you try to log in? I can show you better. I can show you here. So what is the URL? This is my instance URL. Okay. So like in your real time also similar. So you will get only instance URL. Okay. You cannot see developer.servicenow.com page. You can see only instance URL. So this will ask user ID and password. Okay. So user ID is we can save the password. Okay. So we can copy this password. If these credentials are correct, it allows to login. Otherwise, it throw an error, invalid username or password. Okay. If it is the invalid username and password, what we need to do? Again, we need to reset the password. So I'm going to click the login. Probably these are correct. Okay. So we can put the current password, what its system generated, and I'm adding the new password. Okay. So these are the standards. Password minimum 8 characters, maximum 100. At least one lowercase, one uppercase, and one digit, one special character, and no repetition more than 3 characters like A, B, C, D, 1, 2, 3, 4. These are not allowed. Okay. No user data like Mithun and Yadav. I cannot add it in my password. Okay. As well as is company name. Those details we cannot add it. So here I'm adding, for example, America at the rate to 1. Okay. Same thing I can do here. America at the rate 1. So these we need to same as a new password and confirm password. Then once we done, we need to hit the submit button. Once we hit the submit button, okay, usually this will sometimes ask MFA. So now this was not asked about the MFA directly. Now this user can able to log in this instance. Now he can work on here whatever he want. Okay. So in the application navigator, so we can see is the basic user. Okay, you don't have any other role. We are not provided any other role. Just you can able to see the platform and basic level access. He cannot create any user. If I type user administration, see that application was not visible here. So everything is visible and we have access based on the role. So for this user, we are not provided any role. So that's why he cannot see any other module. Only he can see basic access. Okay, creating incidents. So this is the way we can reset our password. Okay.
Okay.
So now we created one user. After that, okay, we need to create some groups. Okay. So group, now coming to group or role, this user part is done. Okay. So in this user, what are the things are available concepts means, so user ID, all the users are stored in the user table. That user table backend name is sys underscore user. What are the fields are available on user table? You need to remember user ID, first name, last name. Okay, is email, is business phone, is mobile phone. Okay, is department title, and so interviewer will ask what happen if I create a new user and I enable password needs to reset. Okay, you need to remember, if we enable password needs to reset, this user when he's login first time to that platform, he can able to reset his password. If we forget password needs to reset was disabled, you are not enabled while creating the user, he cannot reset his password. So system generated password is the hard to remember. So better when we are creating a new user, we need to enable this option. As well as we need to remember locked out as well as active. Active means this user is currently working in the platform or company. If it is inactive, that account was disabled, is not there in the organization. So locked out, when locked out is enabled means due to some security restrictions, okay, too many failed attempts, then this locked out is enabled. Someone intentionally enable the locked out, then also this can be enabled. Okay, if inactive, there is a one policy br, then it can be auto locked out. So these are the locked out results. So what is the difference between locked out and inactive user? Locked out to true and inactive false means, so logged out means user is active, but he was not able to log into my environment. Okay. Inactive user means completely that account was disabled. So this is the user. So now we observe this user have the very limited access. Very limited access. So you want to access to some other module. Okay. You want to access or you want to create something. Okay, then we need to provide a role. Okay, so what is mean by role? Okay, so role is, okay, a role is a set of permissions. A role is a set of permissions. So we are providing or giving some permissions to user. Okay, then then user can see, then user can see data, as well as he can do whatever, anything he can create or update, some things he can do. Then user can see data within the platform. Okay, so without the user, without the role, users cannot see anything. As a new user, they have only basic role. Basic role just access to the platform. Apart from that, they cannot do anything. Okay, so what is the purpose of role? Okay, the aim or purpose is, okay, to grant the access to, 1 minute, I want to recheck. Yeah, grant the access to application and modules. See here, just now we impersonated Mithun Yadav. Okay, here I will go and search one application incident. Can we see incident application here? Vaishnavi, Anusha, Mithun.
Yes, we can see. I can see.
Application. I want to application, not the module.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I will show you in another window where I logged in as a system administrator. I can type here incident. Okay. So you can see here incident. Okay. So whenever this cap is there, okay, this is the expand and hide purpose we use. Okay. So whenever this cap is there, that we call it as the application. Inside this, these two are incident and watched incident are the modules. Okay. So here, either logged in user here, system admin, you can see self-service, service desk, and incident is the application. See, this is the application. Now we can able to see a system admin, incident as application. Okay. Now coming to this user, logged in user, Mithun here can able to see incident application.
No, no, I cannot
No.
see that. Just seems.
Yes. See here. You can see only self-service application. You can see only self-service. Inside self-service, there are two modules, incidents and watched incidents. Okay. Application means see the cap symbol. This cap symbol, where the cap symbol is there, that is the application. Inside that, inside that are modules. Okay. So now this user is cannot see any application. So with the role, grant the access to application and modules as well as it records inside the records. If you want to see all the records, we need to grant the access. This is the one thing. Okay. The second thing, what purpose we need to provide a role. Okay. So control the visibility. Control the visibility of UI of UI elements. You want to see all the fields. Okay. I will go as system administrator. If I click this application, okay, I can click create a new. I can see all the fields. Okay. I can see all the fields. Watched instance. I can see nothing here. Might be contains administrator. There is a restriction. Or free defined filter 251. Same thing. I will go and apply watched incidents. There is no filter here. See, there is no any filter. Previous here, I if I click watched incident, there is a default one filter, and if I remove at least that watch list contains system admin, if I remove, I can see this number of records. But this user, you don't have access to remove the filter. Okay, there is a restriction. Okay, so here if user want to see records, okay, and this control the visibility of UI elements, we need to provide the role. And and if user want to perform, okay, you can perform CRUD operations on the form, okay, you need the role. So what are CRUD operations means? Create, C for R means read, U means update, D means delete. Okay, these are the CRUD operations. If user want to do create a record, read a record, update a record, delete a record, then also you need a permission. See now here, at least we have 251 incidents, but he was not able to see any incident. Why? Because there is a restriction based on the role. If you have the permission, you can see. Okay. See, for example, if you want to went s- uh, any cinema hall, okay. So if you want to enter into hall, inside the hall, they ask ticket, show your ticket. So this ticket, if you have the ticket, okay, they can allow. Otherwise, they cannot allow. Okay. Same here in the service now. Okay, in any application or any module, if you want to work on, you need that specific role. If you have the role, you can do anything. Okay. So this is the role. Okay. Now, what are the roles are available in ServiceNow? Okay. So out of the box functionality, Okay. By default, ServiceNow they configured some roles out of the box roles. So what are the roles we have means admin is the one role. So admin is the highest role. So if we have admin role, okay, we have full access in the platform. That means what we can do with admin role, we can create a, we can configure, we can customize anything, like we can create a table, we can create a user, we can create a group, we can create a role, we can create a notification, we can create a catalog item, whatever anything we can do in the platform if we have admin role. This is the highest role in the hierarchy. This is the highest role. Okay. The next one more role. Okay. ITIL admin. Okay. So ITIL admin is the second highest role for incident management in ITSM side. Okay. So what purpose we use ITL admin role? Okay. Okay. To access the incidents, to access the incidents or problem records. So if user have ITL admin, what they can do, they can create, update, okay, read, delete the records. Okay. You can create, update, okay, read, delete the records. If we provide this role to the user, he can do these operations. There is another role, ITIL. So this is the, we know ITL, at least we need to provide users ITL role. Then they can create incidents behalf of customers. Okay. So if user have ITL role, just they can perform CRU operations, but not delete. Okay. So this is the difference ITIL and ITL admin. So ITL and ITL admin, those people can work on customer issues. Okay. So ITL, just they have only perform CRU operations, create, read, update operation. Apart from that, they cannot do anything. That means they cannot delete. As ITL admin people, along with ITL role, extra they can do delete the records. Okay. So not only these three, we have some other records. Okay. System record, user record, okay, incident manager, okay, major incident manager, SN incident to write, SN incident to read, okay, SN incident read, SN incident write. Okay. So these two roles, if you want to read incident records, okay. So now Mithun is not able to read any incident records on my instance. Okay. So I need to provide one role. Okay. What is the role? Incident read. Okay. They can read incident records. Now at least they can see the incident records. If I provide, if I provide incident write, they can create new incidents. Okay. So these are the some out of the box roles. Other than these roles, we can create a new or custom role. So custom role means we are creating, other than the out of the box functionality, we are creating the custom role. Okay. So how to create a new role? Okay. So how to create a new role means only admins, only admins can configure new roles. Okay. Only admins. Others, they cannot create any new role. Okay. So if you want configure a new role, where we can configure? Okay, that means where we can create a new role. So as we discussed everything in the service now, we have table format. There is a table, okay, to store the all the roles. The table name is role. The table name itself role. Its backend name is sys underscore user underscore role. Okay, what is the role table? Sys underscore user underscore role. We need to remember these tables. Okay, here we need to go and create a new role. What role do you want? You can create it. Okay, so everything like in the project like POPM, they can provide all the details. Okay, we no need to think what is the name we need to provide. Everything in the project, in the story, they can clearly mention this is the role we need. Can you create this role and assign it to this person or this user, sorry, this group. So here we need to go and create a one role. So if you want to create a role, okay, we need to go where? On user administration, and the application navigator all. Okay, the path is application navigator all. Here user administration. In this user administration, we need to select roles. Here we need to click the new button. In these roles, you need to click new. Okay, here you need to click the new. So I can type user administration. Now we can see roles open in the new tab. Okay, so these are the some roles already configured. Okay, 1076 roles are there. So you can, if you want to create a new role, click new. Okay, so my role, okay, I'm creating one of the role. mm, Role name is incident. Okay, agent test. For understanding purpose, I am giving test. This is my custom role, incident agent test. So I can save this one. I need to save it. So where I'm creating this, I'm creating the global application directly. No role name is auto updated. It cannot add any suffix. It cannot add any prefix. Okay, I'm going to save it. While we creating in the scoped application, so before this name there is a one prefix. The scope name will add it. So this is the role incident agent test. Okay, this role I created. So I need to use this role somewhere. Okay, for if anyone want to access in the ACL concept, we need to use it. Okay, so if user have this role, then only they can see particular record or particular field. We can define in the somewhere. As of now, just I created. I'm not using anywhere. That's why in the related list is showing all the information is empty. That means this role I'm not declared anywhere. I'm not add any condition. Just I created. Okay. So I can show you one of the role. Okay. In the out of the box role. So this role I can use in the future when we creating ACL. Okay. So here if I type ITIL, see ITIL role. So this role we used, this role contains 26 other roles. When I add this role to any user, also there are dependency roles also moved. Okay. And this ITL I role I used in 18 applications. All this application, if I want to access, I need ITIL role. Change, problem, incident, service desk. Okay. Agile, SDLC, configuration, service catalog, dependency views. These are the applications. And so total this ITL users having 78. So these are the users they have ITL role. This role I used in 12 groups. Okay. Financial department, ITSM, 9am, field service, ITSM demo. These are the sub groups. In these groups, we use ITL role, and these are the 78 members. They have ITL role, and 26 roles are dependent with this ITL role. When I assign this role to anyone along with ITL, these 26 roles also added to that user. Okay, that means here role inheritance. Okay, role inheritance, role hierarchy we discussed. Now role inheritance means if roles can contain other roles. Role inheritance means nothing but parent and child relationship. Okay, so here roles contain other roles. Like similarly, we observed ITL role contain other 26 roles. Okay, so here if we assign ITIL role to anyone, okay, anyone, anyone, also they get other included roles. Okay, as of now, how many we can see? 26 roles. Also, they can get these 26 roles. We are no need to add CMDB read role. No need to add SN incident write role. No need to add SN problem write role. No need to add template editor. No need to add Viz creator. No need to add user role. Directly, it can add it in the users list. So this is the way we can create the user hierarchy admin idea, ITL admin, ITL. Okay, this is inheritance. Then how to assign roles to user? How to assign roles to users? So we can assign roles to users in different ways, two ways. Mainly, we can assign roles to users in two ways. Okay, so one is okay. So as admin, we can assign role to the user. Okay, so here admins they can assign role to the users. For this, the case one, okay, the one of the way open user record, okay. So here in the user record, we can see there is a related list. Okay, we'll discuss about related list in the coming. In related list, okay, we can see there is a tab as a roles. In this, we can, by using edit option, we can add roles to the user. So I can go to open the user record. So how to open the user record? Via user administration. Okay. So via user administration, we need to open it. So once we open the user administration, so this is the related list. Okay. So after this related links, we can see related list. Okay. So in the related list, you can see roles, groups. Okay. So in the roles section, in the roles tab, just click it. Okay. See everywhere you can see edit and new. If you want to add role, you need to click the role. Okay. Now once you click the role, there is a edit option. Click edit. Okay. And you need to assign the role. So just now we created one role, incident agent test. So if you want to search your role, so this we call is the slush bucket. Okay, this we call it as a slush bucket. So in the collection, okay, in the collection, and in the right side is the Mithun, yeah, the user bucket. So we have these number of roles. Okay, but currently for this user assigned only one role, SNC internal. Okay. So now if you want to move any role, if you want to add any role to this user, you need to select from the left side slush bucket. So for this purpose, you can use the search option or you can use the filter option. Okay. So I can search with my role incident agent test is the role. I need to select. Okay. In between, there are two tabs, two buttons, add button and remove button. So if you want to add any role from collection to particular user, you can click the add it. Once you click the add button, that role is transferred from left to right. If you want to remove it, again, you can select which role you want to remove it. And there is the remove option. Click the remove. So this is the way we can add and remove. Now I can save this one. Okay. So now we can see there are three roles are added. But we can see in the list two, why three here? Why three means by adding this role, okay, there is a another role is added. This is a included role. Okay. So here by adding incident agent test, SN required script writer permission role also added. This is inherited. If inherited is true, that means this is added by adding the another role. Okay. I can remove it. That role will see incident agent test. I can remove and save it. You can see only one role. Now I will go and add ITIL. Okay, edit. So I can search ITIL. Okay, there are two, ITIL and ITIL admin. I can add ITIL and save it. By adding ITIL, okay, you can see total 50 roles are added. 50 roles are added. So inside any one of the role contain again some other roles. Okay. So these are added. So inherited count 2 times 5, 12, this is 7, 11. Okay. These all are inherited. We are not added to this user directly. Indirectly, these are added by adding ITIL role to the user. Okay. So a role contain other roles. Once we add that role, other roles also added to the user. Okay. Now we can see these are the roles. ITIL role. See, only ITIL role is a false. Remaining all are true. Okay, except the essence internal. Okay, that means these two roles should be directly assigned to the user. By adding these two roles, some other like 48 roles are added indirectly. Okay, now we'll go and see whether you can able to see the incidents or not. Now we added, okay, ITL role we added. We'll go and check. So whenever anything was updated in the platform, we need to refresh. You can type incident. Still, he was not able to see. Okay, others you can see. Okay, but these incidents you cannot see the information. So, what is the role for incidents? The minimum role, SN incident read role. Okay, might be your question where we can identify means I can tell you in the next session where we can identify what is the role is required to access this table, access this record, where to check. I can tell you in the next session. So as of now, you can remember SN incident read, SN incident write, we need to add it. So here we'll check incident role we have. Yes, you have incident read and you have incident write. Still he was not able to write means there is a something the application role was missed. Okay, so we need to add that application role. So if I go to here, okay, type incident, for every application, okay, these are the high risk. ITIL and incident read. Override application menu roles. Okay, so we'll go and add one more role. Okay, edit ITIL admin. We'll see there are few more roles are added to this user. Now we can see 63. We'll check incident. So there is a table where one more role is restricting. Okay, we need to identify that role. So usually by adding that role, you should see this incident. Okay, incident. Okay, I can remove one role from here, which is SNC internal. So that is causing the issue. I can remove incident. Conditional script writer. Okay. Application development. We can remove this user from these two groups. There is a restriction. Oh, says a required script to write permission. Okay, I can debug this thing. Okay, I can show you. So while adding the role, then user can able to see particular application as well as a module. I can show you in the ACL tab. So there is another role is blocking to access the this application. Okay. So this is the way we can assign. So this is one of the approach for adding user to roles. What ServiceNow recommended? So ServiceNow recommended add roles to the user, not directly. So ServiceNow recommended add to the groups. Okay. So another way we can add roles to groups, and here we can add group members. So ServiceNow recommended instead of adding roles to the user, ServiceNow recommending to the groups. Why ServiceNow recommended group means, see, we are working in the organization. Okay. So might be we are moving from one group to another group. For example, currently we are in L1 group. Next week move to L2. Next week L3. Okay. The access is the different for each and every group. Okay. So we created group for what purpose? So first we'll discuss about what is mean by group. So group is a collection of users. A group is a collection of users who can share a common purpose. For common purpose or common task purpose, we create the group. Okay. For example, in organization. Okay. So who are handling finance details? Okay. Who are handling finance details. Okay. So they can form as a one group. Okay. That group name might be HR group. Okay. So these people they can handle finance details. Okay. Might be HR finance department. Okay. Some people, some groups are there. HR hire department. Okay. HR certificate department. Like based on their people, like similar work, based on the people's similarity of work, we can form as a one group. So here a group is a collection of users. A group is a collection of users who can share a common purpose. So what purpose these groups? Okay, groups help streamline task assignment. Groups can help streamline task assignments. Okay, so all the people they have the similar access. For example, I created one group. Okay, my group name is December batch students. Okay, so in this group I added few members. Okay, so now all these members they can have same access. If for example Mithun can able to see incident, then Vaishnav also can see incident, Anusha also can see the incident. Okay, for all the group members who are part of this group, everyone can see the same data. So if we are not created any group, what happen? Okay, so based on the individual role, they can access to my platform. So I don't want to restrict anyone. Okay, so who are the part of who are working on the common task. So these three people are working for common purpose. Okay, I need to provide a common access level, the same access level. For that reason, we create a group. What purpose we create a group means to better streamline task assignments. Who are the part of that group member? Everyone can have same level access. Okay. So all the group members can have same level of access. For this purpose, we create the groups. We create the groups. If we are not created a group, we individually assign some roles. Okay, then what happen? Okay, for example, here Mithun, Vaishnavi, Anusha. So here Mithun can able to see incidents. Vaishnavi can able to see problem. Anusha can able to see change records. These three people might be based on their individual role they can access. Then these three are not working on common task. These three are working in a different sector. Okay, that's why we need to assign roles to group rather than assigning to individual user. Okay, so whenever user is moved to another group, okay, then once I remove one user from my group, immediately what are the roles are allotted, those roles also removed. So this is easy to manage the users when they change the department or when they change the one group to another group. Otherwise, I need to remove all the roles from the individual user. For example, we observed there are 50 or 60 group roles we need to assign to access the incident. Okay, what I need to do, I need to remove all the assigned roles. If I'm not using any group, if 10 members they removed from the group and they move to different groups, I need to individually open the individual record and remove it. And again, I need to add other group another application access roles. Okay, for example, okay, currently Mithun is working on incident application. So once I onboard it, what I need to do, I need to assign incident application access roles. How many are there? I need to add it. Okay. For example, there are 650 roles are there. So I need to add all the 650 roles to Mithun. After a couple of months, okay, Mithun move to another application. Okay, might be problem. So now you don't want to see now. Now we need to remove all the rules which are incident. You cannot see incident application. Now you cannot see incident application. Okay. So for this, what we can do? First thing, so as the admins, we need to remove remove incident application roles from Mithun user record. How many are there? 650. I need to remove it. And also I need to assign problem roles which are 1050. Okay, 1050. See here, this is the some uh, more work. Okay, you need to add 650 times, you need to remove 650 times, again you need to add 1050. Again Mithun move to change management. You can remove all the problem roles, add to the what are the change rules. So this is the extra work. So instead of this, we need to create a group. Just one time we can assign incident application group roles to the group. Then you can add the user. Once you add the user, all the roles it can allot it to that user. Whenever this user move to another department or another application, immediately you can remove user from your group. Then what are the roles are allotted, all the roles will auto removed once user left the your group. Okay, so here I will go and create a one group. So for this, again we need to go user administration groups. So here groups, click the new, my group name December ITSM batch. Okay, so this is my group name. Okay, so group email @example.com. Okay, once I need to save this one. Okay, I am going to remove all these individual roles here. Edit. Okay, I removed all the roles. We don't have any other role. Okay, so now I created one group. Here in the list we can see roles, group members. That means we can assign roles to the group. So group member means we can add users in this group. Okay, so I can click edit. So I want to add any user, same slash bracket. This is the I can select and add it to the this group. So I can search Mithun. There is a one record I found. I can add it. Then I need to click the save button. Whether you can click here or here, no issue. You can click anywhere. One record added. Okay, we'll go and check here in the Mithun user record. Once I refresh, okay, you can see one group is added. That is the December ITSM batch. So I can assign some roles to this group. Okay, I can click the role and edit. I can search for, okay, some admin. Okay, I'm adding here admin role. So one role I added for this group. There is a job is running. It may take some 10 to 15 seconds. Once I reload, okay, one group is, sorry, one role is added to this group. Okay, now we'll go and check within profile any roles are added or not. If I reload, you can see there are 165 roles are added. These all the roles are inherited by user is adding into this group. We'll go and check here whether now user able to see incident or not. Okay, if I search incident, any catchy issue? Let me, okay, I need to reach at this thing. Okay, so by adding this role, you can see all the access. Okay, what role was missed? Okay, I can add it to another role here. So I can edit ITIL admin, remove this admin role. Okay, and SNC internal, save it. So now these roles are updated to this user. I can refresh. So now this roles count will modify now 29. Okay. So I can provide one activity. I can give it in the chat. You can try to create okay, user group role. If I remove this user from this group, okay. If I remove this user here, now all the roles, okay, auto removed from user record. Okay, now you can see 29. If I reload this form, all are removed. Okay, only SNC internal is there. So this is directly assigned. Okay, so this is the way we need to do: create a user group and role, assign the roles to users as well as we can assign roles to group, but ServiceNow recommended assign roles to the groups instead of individual user. Okay, hope you clear. If any question, please
Yes.
let me know. Thank you.
Anil,
Yeah.
uh, I mean, to provide a role, we admin need to impersonate the user, then add all the roles to the user.
No need,
Is
no
that
need.
how we do?
Directly
Okay.
as a logged in user, as admin, he can provide any role to anyone. No need to impersonate. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. System administrator is the highest role. Okay. He can do anything. No need to impersonation.
Okay.
Hmm. Thank you.
Thank you, Anil.